sports coverage of the National Football League. Brings us to Indianapolis, Indiana, where they fire up the crowd with the striking of the anvil as it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the second-year man. Cam Little has the honors. Off we go from Indianapolis. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
I had a coach tell me earlier in my career, Mike, specifically about the quarterback position. If you don't have fast feet, you better have a fast mind. And here we have a guy that has played a lot of games under center. He has seen a lot of football, and while he might not be as mobile, he might not have the arm strength to make all the throws he had earlier in his career, that experience behind center, that experience being in these moments before, man, having that quick mind, there's not a whole lot of defense is going to throw at him that he hasn't seen.
From the 31, here's second down and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. First 31 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Emmanuel Ogba in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll look to throw. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 3-yard line.
Them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run this one in, and this time he's in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Indy. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Laker comes on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
So he's entering season number 5, and make no mistake about it, Mike, at times he has shown flashes of brilliance, but they just can't seem to put it all together to be a perennial playoff contender. Now new coach, new situation. Can he become the franchise quarterback that they need him to be, that they drafted him to be? Because if he can turn in those consistent high-level performances, I think he can change the future of this franchise pretty quickly.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From 29, here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Open man is tight end Strange. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 27
A gain there of 27 yards.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37.
So after 1, it's the Colts out to the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
The Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Lawrence. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
13 yards.
Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To the goal line and in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught by the first-round pick, Tyler Ward. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads. They all played their responsibilities. They're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
He's taken down just shy of midfield. They gain 18 yards on that one. First down, Indianapolis.
When it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
To the air now on 1st and 10. To the right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but your flag's going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Got it open downfield on the crossing route. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the second quarter.
36-yard line.
Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Man in motion here is Washington. A first down throw for Lawrence. That's swung out to Etienne.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here. Watch.
34-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're 2nd as they stop with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. It's a short one. He's got screens. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Lawrence. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Lawrence now. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Whitty Hay bursting through to bring him down.
And it's 4th down.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Thank you, second half. Drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7th. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. We'll trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Open right side. That screens the tight end. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Pass caught by the tight end, Strange. And he will go all the way. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. 7. Little now following the touchdown. Now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tyler Goodson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 18 yards. A great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
And I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
1st and 10.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And this one is caught by Pierce. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Alec Pierce. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On second down, here's a run with Taylor. Tough running there in the red zone. He does not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Taylor. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Throwing now from the gun. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Colts. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal.
Groupie now, on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Colts will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Oh, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
They should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
In motion is Myers. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, Lawrence. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You're going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive, he's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He's going to air this one out. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Colts
offense make their way out and take over once more. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10.
Something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't take challenge.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker, getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive. On 2nd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, a big 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments in the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw is Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about half will be needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, it is Strange.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Lawrence now on second down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. They'll stop it. Just over 40 seconds to go in this one.
Third down. Third and long.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Now Lawrence. Taking on, he'll try to get there. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock to stop at 35 seconds to go.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
So now, a big spot coming here. This a potential game winner. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4-yard line. They'll come up now for second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll look deep for Pittman. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
intended for Josh.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick, and they walk away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.